I told you I'd leave a light on in case you ever wanted to come back home. You smiled and said you appreciate the gesture. I took your every word to heart, 'cause I can't stand us being apart. And just to show how much I really miss you, every light in the house is on. The backyard's bright as a crack of dawn. The front walk looks like runway lights. It's kinda like noon in the dead of night. Every light in the house is on, just in case you ever do get tired of being gone. Every light in the house is on. If I should ever start forgetting, I'll turn the lights off one by one, so you can see that I agree it's over. But until then, I want you to know, if you look south, you'll see a glow. That's me waiting at home each night to hold you. Every light in the house is on. The backyard's bright as a crack of dawn. The front walk looks like runway lights. It's kinda like noon in the dead of night. Every light in the house is on, just in case you ever do get tired of being gone. Oh, every light in the house is on. The backyard's bright as a crack of dawn. The front walk looks like runway lights. It's kinda like noon in the dead of night. Every light in the house is on, just in case you ever do get tired of being gone. Every light in the house is on.
Everybody's got a price. Everybody's gonna pay. 'Cause the $1 million man always gets his way.
Money, 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 money.
Some might cost a little. Some might cost a lot. But I'm the $1 million man. And you will be bought.
Money, money,
Come here, baby. Mary, I love. Do it, baby. I'm in love with Mary Jane. She's my main thing. She makes me feel alright. She makes my heart sing. And when I'm feeling low, she comes as no surprise. Turns me on with her love. Takes me to paradise. Do you love me, Mary Jane? Yeah. Now do you think you love me, Mary Jane? Don't you play no game? Yeah, yeah, Mary Jane, I love her just the same. Mary Jane, I love her, baby, just the same. The woman plays no game, no. I'm in love with Mary Jane. I'm not the only one. If Mary wanna play around, I'll let her have a fun. She's not the kind of girl that you can just tie down. She likes to spread her love and turn your head around. Do you love me, Mary Jane? Yeah. Now do you think you love me, Mary Jane? Don't you play your game? Yeah.
Waiting on McDonald's to show up. Will it suck? I hope not. God, wouldn't that be horrible? Terrible. I tried them McCrispy strips. They're pretty good. It wasn't too bad. Last couple times I had McDonald's, wasn't too bad. Well, nah, I've got a Coke. They got some deal going on. If you get two Cokes, you save $6 off your order. So you gotta. The McDonald's Coke is good though. It's pretty fucking good. Did you see that? Dude, liberals are getting so dumb. Like I'm serious. I'm tired of reading it. Really, I am. Like I am tired of reading this shit. I'm so tired of reading their stupid shit. Like it's so stupid. Ugh. Like why bother with them anymore? Really, the shit they tweet is brain dead. Trump made some deal with like members of the cartel families. All right, he brought them here. Some type of deal they have. And these liberals are just acting retarded about it. Obviously, it's some type of deal that's been made to give information that is crucial to getting rid of these cartels. I mean, that's pretty obvious to me. They're trying to spin it. They're like, "Oh, Trump loves these cartels." He see, it's like, oh my dude. At least make your lies somewhat believable. It's like the suckers and liars shit when they said he hates soldiers. Shut up. I so fucking stupid. They come up with the dumbest shit. It don't even sound believable. You got to be like a massive Trump hater to even believe this dumb shit they say. You got to have TDS to believe it because it don't make no sense. Fuck off. Take a day off. I'm crying about Trump. And now they're spending all day. They want to kill Trump. They're like 86. That means impeach him. No, it doesn't. Not to them, it doesn't. They want this man dead. Hell, they already tried to kill him twice. They fantasize about it all the time. Like, give me a break. Quit. Grow some balls. If you want him dead, have some balls, and stop acting like you don't, that's not what you mean. Just be like, yeah, fuck him. But you don't got no balls, man. Y'all say all this shit, but really, you ain't got no balls to, when somebody calls you out, they're like, what do you mean by that? You mean you want to kill him? No, I don't want him to die. Sure you do. If he died tomorrow, they'd have a fucking party like you've never seen before. Be right back. These motherfuckers would celebrate in the streets. Spare me the bullshit. Can you just not be so goddamn dumb? Like it used to be fun, you know. You always said dumb shit, but this is like It's getting really dumb. Like you clearly want Trump to die, and so when you start tweeting all that, people rightfully say, "What the fuck is wrong with these people?" Because that's the history. You understand? There's a history of you wanting him to die, and you tried to kill him twice. So when you've already tried to kill the guy and you fantasize about killing the guy, maybe you shouldn't tweet 86. You know what I mean? Maybe that's not a good look. You reinforce the narrative that you're lunatics. You're violent lunatics who want to kill Trump. You want to kill the guy that majority of the country voted for. You're out of touch with society. But there's a lot of dumb motherfuckers who voted for Kamala, but I highly doubt all of those motherfuckers that voted for Kamala are like radicalized. They want to kill Trump. They fucking no. I think you're just going to end up driving more people away. Trump isn't doing anything that nobody expected him to do. You knew he was going to say crazy shit. You knew he was going to troll. You knew he was going to deport people. You knew all about the tariffs. Talked about him every rally that we watch. He talked about the tariffs. Whether you agree with the tariffs or not is irrelevant. It's the fact that you keep acting like somebody, well, we were lied to or something. He told us he was going to do tariffs, and he's doing them. So let the chips fall where they may. Whatever happens, happens, and it is what it is. But we were not lied to. We knew he was going to do tariffs. I mean, my God. I just think you should take some time off. Stop freaking the fuck out every day. It's really getting exhausting. I'm already exhausted with it. I'm tired with it. I see it and it gets me tired. I go to stream and there's so much crying. I don't even really know what to talk about. It's overwhelming at times. You're crying so much, and I'm just like, oh God, hell with it. I don't want to talk about any of it. So much crying, and you almost say, what's the point? You motherfuckers are so retarded. What really? What's the point? You can't be reasoned with. You're a lost cause. So many of you. Yeah, they're all over the place. They don't trust Trump, but they trust China. Like what? I get not trusting either of them, but when you're picking one, you're picking like China. Out of the two, you're going with China. Is so they're like China said that America wanted to negotiate. They're the ones that called. I'm sure they did say that. Well, Trump said it was the other way around. I'm sure he did say that. Who knows? Who know? I bet the truth is somewhere in the middle. But I do know that Trump's going to say his thing, and they're going to say theirs, and that's just the way it is. When did Joe Biden ever come out there and go, "Yeah, I got owned" or something? You know what I mean? That's just not how things work. Trump's not going to come out there and go, "Yeah, I called him up and I begged," because he didn't call him up and beg. There's ongoing negotiation. Now you know that. That's McDonald's is you. Wow. Wow, McDonald's. Well, let's see. Oh, it's got ice in it. That's a good sign. No fucking straw. What the hell? I got straw. No. And then I keep hearing about, oh, the midterms. They're going to win the midterms. Explain it to me then. I'm all ears. Explain to me how they win. I just, God forbid people got to back up the shit they say. And then people just send some gay meme or something to you after you ask them. Just, explain something. I mean, you know how brain dead you got to be to not realize that he gave those family members, there's some type of deal going on to get information. Like, come on now. Use your brain. Use your fucking head, guy. You could have got some dipping sauce. Should have asked for some. So you checked your bag before you left. You just drove out. Didn't even look at it. Said hell with it. You wanted to complain, so you was actually hoping that they forgot something so you could complain. You're still complaining about it to this day. You want to be a victim at McDonald's. And part of you probably for a second you probably thought they didn't give me my dipping sauce because I'm black. Victim mentality. Don't give that guy any dipping sauce. He black. Guy called in the Jesse Lee Peterson show today. My God, I don't even know what the hell point he was trying to make. This shit was funny though. I wish they'd upload it. Guy said Trump was bringing in illegals, and Jesse was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Trump ain't brought in no illegals." And then he was just like, "Jesse, you're not understanding what I'm saying." But he wasn't making no damn sense. And Jesse was just like, "All right, I gotta go." After like 5 times of this guy trying to explain what the fuck he was talking about. Did I play that one where that guy can't call in crying about Trayvon Martin? Well, Zaxby's is closed. It's 1 in the morning. Not too bad for 1 in the morning. He was comparing like Trayvon Martin to who was he comparing him to? I don't know what the fuck. And he kept calling Trayvon Martin like a little kid. Trayvon Martin was like 17. He was a little kid. The dude today, though, my God, what was he talking about? Trump. And then Jesse was like, "What are you talking about? Trump ain't bringing in no illegals." And then he goes, "I didn't say that." He's like, "I didn't say he was bringing in illegals." That's literally what he said. That's exactly what the motherfucker said. Leftists are weird. They're not good at making a point. They try so hard, but they're not good at it. They try to make like a point. It's just like, what are you talking about? Fucking mad about those white people coming here. Like, oh my God, quit crying. Yeah, I'm already. Oh no, here they are. What to say? Ah, we're going pretty good. Pretty damn good. Did you hear about that black guy that like ran over the cop with his car because the police like killed his son? His son was in like a shootout with the cops, but then after the shootout, his dad went and ran some random cop who was like directing traffic. Just some random cop had nothing to do with anything. Ran him over and killed him. Yep, everybody's dying. Sad. But listen to him. God, I might play it for you. It's only 22 minutes. God, it's funny. Him interviewing that Lisa Bloom. She got up and left. She was getting mad. Well, he interviewed this other woman, some black woman, and the conversation was going good. And then he said, "Do you obey your husband?" And she got so pissed off at that shit, and she just left. She left. Adam left. And she'd been married to her husband like 30 years or some shit. They were talking about it. She seemed nice, but then he asked you obey your husband? And she's like, I don't like that word. She she got upset. I was a random cop, I heard. Right?
Here is this is the family of 18-year-old Ryan Hinton, who was fatally shot by a Cincinnati police officer on Thursday, May 1st. These people held a press conference on Monday to express their love for Ryan. We love Ryan, they say, and to raise questions about the death of Ryan, of course. Watch this from WCPO9.
Craig, Tanya, a very emotional news conference wrapping up. You had family members multiple times breaking down into tears. It's obvious that this is still very fresh and very painful for them. We heard from attorneys representing the estate of Ryan Hinton, along with his own family, grandfather, grandmother, little sister, cousin. They wanted to share more about how they are remembering Hinton after his death. But the press conference began with attorneys offering condolences to the family of retired Hamilton County Sheriff's Deputy Larry Henderson. They'd consider his death another tragic loss. Family called the media here to speak on the life of Ryan Hinton, but also to raise questions after reviewing body camera footage from his death. Their main question is this: was the officer justified in using deadly force?
As I seen in the video about my grandson, I seen two scared people. I seen
God,
the
that was good. I
officer
wish I had
scared,
more.
and I seen my grandson scared. So it's an
I can't
unfortunate
even have to say it was good.
incident that happened. So that's all I seen. It was like, I didn't see the police there trying to kill. No. What I seen was two persons made a mistake. My grandson made a mistake being there, and the officer, he was trying to get back to his family too.
Amazing. Those are just thrills. None of that is real. According to report, and if it's true, the boy had a gun.
Hmm.
And when you take a gun and you run from the police, you're not trying to play. And believe me, they knew Ryan before this happened. They already knew. Boy, you better stop being so bad out there. You already know the people in your family who are heading for trouble.
Yep.
And the fake tears and the fake holding the face sad to look sad is all the thrill. Really, it's all the thrill. It's all the thrill. That is an example of hell on earth. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there, but I know this ain't real. This is hell on earth. Emotions are evil. And
Man, where my
anyone who
lighter go?
love their emotions and
Just had this
thinking
motherfucker.
that is them, you better watch out. Really, you better watch out. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not cry, cause I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. It's all for the thrill of it. It's all for the thrill of it. Christmas in July. He up there talking about two people made a mistake. Two persons, two people made a mistake. Where did the office make a mistake? He was looked like he was doing his job. This is hell on earth. The family says Hinton shouldn't have been in a stolen car with a gun because he was locked out of the house the night before. Watch this.
We're also learning more new information tonight. Hinton's family says he attended Don High School before it shut down. He was not in school at the time of his death. Family and attorneys didn't dispute otherwise that Hinton was sitting in a stolen car or had a gun on him at the time of the incident. His cousin says, however, he should not have been in that stolen car because he was locked out of the house the night before.
I was asleep. Ryan, I'm so sorry. This was never supposed to happen to you. Ryan, I'm I'm so sorry, Ryan. Just know he won't supposed to be there.
We had our love, we had our fight, and I'm sorry. When they're crying, they're lying. I'm sorry, Ryan. You ended up in a stolen car with a gun, and you ran from the police, according to the report. I'm so sorry, Ryan. We had our love. We had our time. Now I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. What a mess. When they're crying, they're lying. The boy in a stolen car with a gun. That speaks volumes by itself. A stolen car, not a borrowed car, not grandma, granddaddy car, but a stolen car. And I'm sorry. I wonder if, I don't know. I'm just asking, it's a question. Are these people going to be trying to sue the police department? Follow the money trail. There is too many tears going on there for money not being coming behind it. Those tears are not cheap. I'm just saying, I haven't heard that they're trying to sue. I don't know if they're trying to do it at all. But those tears are not cheap tears. It's like when a woman go to court and she want to sue her husband or sue some guy for whatever reason. I mean, the tears are just big, bubble up, snot, wash your face tears. And the bigger the tears, the more money they ask for, the bigger the check. This is hell on earth. Human beings are evil. Christ said, and I repeat, and it's so true, you cannot trust an angry person. An angry person is a murderer. This is the Old Testament, alive and well, and still operating in the world. When you enter into the new one, there's another kingdom within you, another life, another world, another reality, and it's pure. And in that world, there are no troubles. When I come back, I have one more video of this situation, a video of an 18-year-old father walking past 30 police officers in the courtroom with a menacing look on his face. Back in a moment. So you saw where in Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, the police, according to the report, shot Ryan, who they say was in a stolen car and had a gun, and he ran, so he ended up dead. I showed you the family holding a press conference, pretending to be agreeing with the police and understanding Ryan that they both were scared. I bet they were. The family asked, so what happened according to the report? After the incident where the boy was killed, they had the stolen car and the gun, according to the report. I think this is the same story where the father went and ran over police and killed him. Am I right? This is the same story. Allegedly, the father went and ran over police and killed him. And this police had nothing to do with the incident, was retired, I believe, but was at another incident or event. And the father, according to the report, ran and killed ran over the police with a car. I don't know if he killed him or not. And the family asked the public not to judge hastily. The officer died? I'm told that he died. That the one that was ran over? So is the father in jail? Oh, okay, the father in jail now. The family asked the public not to judge hastily and avoid questions about Hinton's father. Watch this from WCPO9.
Like we said, a very, very emotional press conference that wrapped up about an hour ago. The family is asking the public not to rush to judgment. Their attorneys are reviewing every report and angle of the incident they can get their hands on. At that point, attorneys say they will announce what, if any, steps they will take. We also asked about Ryan's father, Rodney Hinton Jr. Family did not want to take many questions regarding him, though we can tell you he faces aggravated murder charges, and he will be
I don't
back
talk
in court
about him.
tomorrow for a bond hearing. He's currently in custody at the Claremont County Jail.
Amazing. So the father, see, you love your emotions. Okay, whatever. The father took a car and went and ran over another police, according to the report, and killed him, and now he in jail. The son dead because he was accused of a stolen car and a gun and then running. Tell me this ain't hell on earth, living in human beings. Here's a video of the 18-year-old father, the 18 years old father walking past 30 police officers in the courtroom with a menacing look on his face. Watch this.
But
You looking at that's right. I did it. Whatever. Okay. Protect your emotions. This is what's happening on earth. Emotions. If you can test this. If you didn't have thoughts, you would not have emotions. You wouldn't have emotions of love or hate. You wouldn't have emotions if you didn't have thoughts. So why do you think emotions are necessary? Why would you want to protect evil and call it good or necessary? Look at this man. He walking through that little, I'm bad, I'm tough. Yeah, I did it. And the family hold press conference about don't make any hastily decisions. They should have told the boy don't walk through the court looking like that. What the look like you sorry. Don't be looking like you bad. It's interesting too to hear black people say don't make hasty decisions. That's all they ever do. Make this hasty decisions, especially when it concerns whites, but not only.
told you it was just an innocent cop, just some random cop. Retired, not even fucking not even active. What sense does any of that make? What sense does that make? It was clouded this bitch earlier. I think it's today.
I haven't said that. I've said over and over again, and it's still true, that a married woman with children, should not be working unless she just absolutely have no other choice but to work. She ain't got no man. She got to work. Then that makes sense. But most women today do not have to work, and they do. And the number one primary reason they want to work because of the thrill. They get a better thrill from work because everybody think that they're such a good worker and they work so hard, and so they reward them with the thrill of how great they are. And they don't get that at home. And they'll say, well, the kids don't appreciate me. Like a kid's supposed to be appreciating you. What the? The kids don't appreciate me. I get better thrill from the world. And they'll rather suffer at work, stressed out at work, and they have to take the children around with them or whatever. And then they complain how tired they are at the end of the day. And then they cry. But they want that thrill at work. Women who work and are married are selfish, ego-driven women, and they would never make for a good wife and a good mother to your children. They can't do it. The ego won't let them. If they were to settle down, if they're married, settle down and have children. If they have children, they don't have children, go to work. But if you have children, You should stay home, but your false nature won't let you. And y'all know this lady. I hear it all the time in counseling. The ladies are like, "Yeah, Jesse, you're absolutely right. I didn't realize that first, but now I want to stay home and raise your children. But my husband don't want me at home. He want me to work because now they're addition to the money. And the husband will sacrifice the wife for his own ego need money. He was unwilling. He's unwilling to work two jobs so that his wife and the mother to his children can be home and watch over his children. It's all ego. There's no love in it at all. Zero. Here's an image posted by Special Assistant and Communication Advisor Margot Martin. A picture of Press Secretary Carolina Levitt working in the White House while feeding her baby. Watch this image.
Posted on X, like it reads here, walked into press secretary typing with one hand and feeding her son with the other. Super mom. Another shot of that same image.
Oh, good.
There she is with the baby in her hands and typing away an email. I imagine it's very important.
And that's the press secretary, Carolina Levitt. That is not a super mother. There's an ego driven, lost, lonely woman, lonely female. There's nothing super about that. There's nothing good about that. It's all about herself, that thrill. She loved that thrill that somebody gonna notice. She's a super mother. It's a thrill. And she would do anything to get that thrill. Isn't that sad? And then she cried at night. when the people are done praising her during the day, and she's read all the amazing article about her. What a super mom. Look at her. She's at the computer typing while feeding the baby. When the applause have died down, faded away, and the people are gone home, and no one is left, no one is around but she and that baby. She cries, and she can't wait for tomorrow to get another thrill. And she feeding the baby with a bottle. She's not even giving the baby breast milk because she can't mess up her breast. She need her breast to be standing up so she can look super mom at work. If you want life, you must die. Men and women. Spiritual death. Not physical death. Ego death. They don't even breastfeed the baby. The baby getting phony milk. And the baby gonna grow up with issues. And she's gonna have her thrill. And she's gonna blame it on the baby. She gonna, when that baby is 15 and spoiled and out of control, she's gonna blame it on the baby. She's not gonna say, you know what, I was so selfish. I didn't stay home and raise that baby. I had to be at work. I needed the thrill of being at work because that baby wasn't gonna appreciate me.
Some woman called in the other day. She was like crying 'cause her kids don't appreciate her. Like, what? She was losing it. She wanted to do TikTok, and her husband was like, no, no more TikTok. And she was like, I want a TikTok. Like, women have lost their minds.
The Pope, he dead. The Pope expired, according to the reports. I guess yesterday or Monday morning. This Pope was a mess. Not only was he ticked, he was a liberal. The Pope was for open borders and everything. I'm like, what kind of Pope is this? But the Pope is dead. I wish him well. May his soul rest in peace. The Pope. Fox News has reported that Pope Francis, Bishop of Rome, as Supreme Pontiff of the Catholic Church. Why you got so many names? That sounds like pastor, bishop, reverend. You know how some of these preachers have so many different titles? Pastor, bishop, evangelist, doctor. Why so many names? Why can't they just say Pope Francis if they got to call him a name? But anyway, Pope Francis, Bishop of Rome, and Supreme Pontificate, whatever that means. The Pope didn't look supreme to me, a liberal. What's up? Of the Catholic Church, who worked to instill progressive influences in the global church while maintaining unity with conservative amidst years of turmoil. Died Monday morning. Watch this for Fox News.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Ashley Strohmeyer live from New York. Somber news from the Vatican, especially following Easter Sunday, with word of Pope Francis has died. The 88-year-old pontiff had been hospitalized since February 14th when he was admitted to Rome's hospital after a week-long bout of bronchitis got worse. Later, it was revealed he suffered from double pneumonia. Yesterday, things did take a turn for the worse, with the Vatican saying Pope Francis was in critical condition after suffering a long asthmatic respiratory crisis. Pope Francis was born in Buenos Aires on December 17th, 1936. He was a pontiff of the people. He was known for blessing the poor and denying himself some of the luxuries bestowed on popes ahead of him. And then in March of 2013, he was elected the 226th Pope of the Roman Catholic Church.
May the Pope's soul rest in peace. What does the Pope do? I don't quite, and really, I would like to understand from a Catholic person who knows what the Pope does. What does the Pope do other than ride around and shaking hands and laying hands on folks and nothing happens? What does the Pope do? What's the purpose of a Pope? And is it true? And I mentioned this yesterday in fellowship, because I've heard about this before, but I heard it more recently. Is it true that under the Pope's house over there in wherever the Pope house is, where's the Pope house? That big house he live in? Rome. Over there in Rome, I think that's the big house. When my master said he's sick, I said, yes, master, we sick. We used to have to go over to the big house, up to the big house on the hill when the white man was coming in for the summer. You know how white people, they come to the big house from the city to the countryside to go deer hunting and fishing, and we had to clean up the big house for them. So we had to go cut the grass. The women had to clean up and take the sheets off the furniture. You get the food all ready, and the white man just got it made. And when they come by, we're like, yes, master. But anyway, what does the Pope do?
Good.
Does he have a job? What does he do other than ride around and lay hands on folks? And if you touch him, he go like this. Really, what does the Pope do? May his soul rest in peace. Really, the Pope is gone. Are they going to get another Pope? What's the purpose of the Pope? And under the Pope house, are there like a whole bunch of old books and documents that we don't know about that could possibly help us? I heard that. I don't know if it's true. Back in a moment. 888-77-53773. Quick break. May the Pope rest in peace. He did. Back in a moment.
He did. That was a dead body buried under his head.
To truly communicate to you the real root.
I want to go and talk to, out of Nevada, Amante, a first-time caller out of Nevada. Amante, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, how's it going, man?
All is well.
So I'm not particularly interested in challenging you per se.
Uh-huh.
I just wonder if I can get you to reconsider some of your stances about the black community and maybe apply a little bit more empathy. Yeah, and I hope I don't sound like a passive person when I say that, because I am stern on a lot of things, but that's just how damning the circumstances in the black community is, that we require a lot of empathy. And I see quite a lot of black people talk to you that may consider themselves intellectuals, but I don't think any of them has been keen enough to truly communicate to you the real root of this agitation and entitlement that I've heard you mention.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, just for one minor example, there's many examples, but I like to think of a ant colony, and how ants kind of work in a cohesive fashion until they're shooken up or until they're rattled. And then one thing that you notice is that once the ant colony is rattled, that's when all of these certain type of hostile behaviors and confusion comes about. And my suggestion is that black people, we are inherently harmonious, we are inherently civil, but the circumstances, the generational circumstances of this country has led us to a point of irredeemable frustration, irredeemable just behaviors, because we've been knocked into pretty much a senseless state of being by societal scrutiny. And I'm totally prepared for the argument of, other societies and other peoples have been marginalized in other societies and they have redeemed themselves. But I have quite a few reasons why I think that might be why that might not be happening with as much speed as people would like in Black America.
So, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Oh, okay. I don't understand what you're saying at all. So give me one situation that has happened to the blacks that they are blaming and begging and have no sense of self. And but they have no sense of self-control, and they don't think by themselves and for themselves. What has happened? Give me one incident that happened to them that caused them to be that way today.
I can name several. So
let's do it one at a time.
Okay, one at a time. I'll take the political hero Fred Hampton of the Black Panther Party, and I'm referencing something in the '60s, but it absolutely applies to today, because the significance of people like Fred Hampton and the significance of what they were doing was they were trying to rehabilitate us from our current circumstances, and he was actively doing it, and it was working. He was organizing, and he was bringing rehabilitation to his community. Now, and this is unbiased history. I'm not trying to suggest upon anything just for the sake of winning the argument. It is court documented that the federal government was charged with murdering Fred Hampton. And
but you're telling me something that's happened to one man. What's wrong?
No.
What I'm asking you is, what has happened to the blacks that they need somebody, number one, to represent them? You mentioned Fred Hampton, so we'll say he had the little Black Panther Party, whatever they had. What's wrong? What happened to the blacks that they're not able to stand as individuals?
Yeah, and so this is my point of mentioning Fred Hampton, because I think that you find that in any society, there's usually one or two, or maybe a political governance like the Black Panther that acts and speaks as a voice for the people, and a lot of the times societies are lifted up because of these people.
That's not true, because black people prior to the civil rights movement did not have voices speaking up for them, and they were more independent. They did not hate or blame the white man. They did not have leaders, no black leaders, no white leaders. They had families. Abortion was almost unheard of. And they owned land. They moved about the country. They had a life. And so it's not true that they need a Fred Hampton or anybody else to stand up for them. And there's no one that ever stood up for the black that made them better. They have only gotten worse.
No, okay, well, just take your time and just try to consider what I'm telling you. because I understand what you're saying. Because Malcolm X also had
What
the
am
same
I
assertion
saying?
that black people
What
should
am I
be
saying?
basically they should be their own leaders. Absolutely, I
And
do
so
agree with that.
why are you pushing for anything other than that?
Oh no, and I'm not. If you would allow me to conclude what I'm saying, because it's
But
not
you're
like
using
I'm.
some Black Panther guy as an example, and most black
Oh no,
people,
you just don't want to. You don't want to heed to
most
anything
black
that's truly
people, I
intellectually
remember them,
accurate.
and
You're
most black
biased.
people were afraid of the Black Panther.
I'm not sure if that's totally true because
No,
the work that they
totally
were doing
true. I was
suggests
there.
otherwise.
I was there.
The work
It's totally true.
the work that they're doing suggests otherwise. But I understand if you want to be biased about this type of stuff because
But they
it
weren't
counters
doing
with-
anything. They were giving black people free food, and they would go and pretend that they were taking care of them by giving them something, and that was not
oh no, it
helping
was
them
about
at all.
it was about protecting. It was about protecting them from policing.
No.
And yes, I have heard that that maybe some black people like you maybe were afraid of them because you couldn't intellectually grasp what they were doing because you're.
Oh no,
so
we
fixated.
understood what they were doing. That's
you're
why
so
my
fixated,
parents.
You're so fixated
That's
on
why
aligning
my
yourself
parents
with
had
with
us.
the right side of society that you won't open your mind up, and
That's why
bad
our
for you.
parents had us to stay away from them. They were a dangerous group.
Yeah, your parents, but there was
But
a lot.
not
I'm
just
sure there was a
my
lot of people
parents.
who.
All the parents around me.
Oh, that is an absolute lie. And
We
why do they
couldn't
have the
even
legacy
go
that they have?
over
If-
to
Why do they have the legacy that they have if that's true?
We
why do
couldn't
they have
even-
why do they have a reputation of being saviors if that's absolutely true across the board?
Of being what
you
now?
are biased. You are biased.
You said they
Why
had the
do they have the
reputation of being.
reputation? Why do they have the reputation of being
Hey,
a
hey,
glorious
hey,
Black
hey,
Panther
hey,
Party? You're biased.
Amante, calm down.
Oh no, you're just biased.
Amante,
sir.
calm down for a minute.
You don't meet intellect with intellect. You
Amante,
meet
calm
intellect with
down for a
bias.
minute.
Oh, I'm absolutely calm. I
wanna ask you a
I
question.
want you to be reasonable
I
because
want-
you have a platform and you promote a lot
Amante,
of divisiveness
hey.
unreasonably.
Amante,
I'm
how did they help the blacks
make
at all?
Huh?
If you can you can hear. How
Oh,
did
I can hear you.
how did they help the blacks at all?
Oh, well, see, they didn't get a chance to because the government incentivized on killing them, which they did, and they were accused in federal court of doing so, and they lost that trial and had to pay their family money. So before,
And so
before
what's
they,
wrong with the blacks?
did you not hear what I said? The
Yeah,
federal government
I heard all that
assassinated
crap
our
before.
Oh, no, that's absolutely true. Look at the document. Are you not aware of it, or are you just choosing to be ignorant?
No, it's not important.
It's not important, yeah, because you're a closeted bigot. Because
No,
why would that not
it's
be?
not
Why would that not be? Why would it not be important for somebody who is collectively trying to rehabilitate our nation and give us what we need to be stable citizens on our own? Because we had been turned into beastly burdens by the society. They get assassinated by the same government that's sworn to protect us, that's sworn to provide us that what we need for proper civility. They get assassinated for simply
Do
trying
you
to help
hear
us.
yourself?
Yes, I hear myself.
You know what
precisely.
you're saying? You're saying they did that for us. They helped us. We needed
Yes, they
this
did.
and we needed
We
that.
needed help. Yes, we absolutely need help.
As though the blacks and the
As
blacks
though
are
we are
still
emerging from chattel
the
slavery,
blacks
from
are
chattel slavery.
hold on. I let
Chattel
you go
slavery.
on and on. Hold on.
Okay, listening.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
You sounding as though that blacks are so mentally ill, they have Asperger, and they're not able to take care of themselves.
Yeah, because of chattel slavery, we haven't
When
been.
would-
we haven't been
when
given,
would
we haven't
chattel-
been given
whatever
a chance
that
to proper-
is-
we haven't been given a chance to properly rehabilitate ourselves.
And so you
from being
need
turned
white
into
people to
beastly
give you
burdens.
that chance?
No, they did not.
Well, I said, do you
that's their
need white
responsibility
people?
If you bring it, if
Do
you bring
you
us over
need
to this
white
country-
people? Do you need white people?
No,
to
I don't
give
need white people. The least that white people can do is leave the people who are trying to provide us
Who do
salvation
you
alone.
need, Monte? Who do you
Mm-hmm.
need to give you a chance to have a life?
Oh well, I found my own. I rehabilitated my own mindset by myself.
And why
thank
can't?
God.
Why the rest of the blacks can't do that?
That's not to suggest that they can't, but I'm saying
But
it's holding
if
up
they
progress.
could-
It's holding up progress if you have somebody who's speaking for the people, like your president is speaking for American people. You have a person who is speaking for a certain group of people who's able to communicate these issues with accuracy, and the government goes and kills them for practically no reason. Now, can you answer me why would a federal government that's sworn to protect its people conspire against its own citizens like that for dubious reasons?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you don't because you're ignorant.
Monte, let me ask: when will enough be enough for you people?
Oh, when will enough be enough? When will enough be enough is when the government finally decides to stop conspiring. And then we will actually be given a chance to properly rehabilitate.
You say conspiring to do what?
Conspiring to put us in the prison system, conspiring to keep us ignorant to our history and our legacy as Black people, and you know the things that actually we have so much wondrous history and so many innovations that we have done prior to this society that they don't even include in the textbooks. Now, how is that supposed to be good for my self-esteem?
We gave you people Obama, the fallen Messiah.
Do you hear yourself? This conversation is almost pointless because sir, you're ignorant.
Hey,
did you not just hear what I said? Did you not hear what I said?
Amante, we gave you people Barack Obama.
Oh, do you hear yourself?
Hold on, man. We gave you people the fallen Messiah, Barack Obama. We gave you Big Mama Michelle.
No, not my father Messiah. Not my father
We
Messiah.
gave you...
Excuse you, actually.
We gave you Big Mama Michelle. When would enough be enough?
Dude, listen, this is a thing about debating you. You look over clear holes in your logic. You don't try to attend to them. You neglect the holes in your logic. And this is what makes you ignorant. This is what keeps you ignorant.
No, that's not what made me ignorant. What the?
No, you're absolutely ignorant.
What made me
right?
You're right. I am. And you know what made me ignorant?
What's that?
Being black. I'm black and slow.
That's a damn shame. That is a damn shame.
Why?
That you look at yourself now, and you know this is going to be broadcasted for the whole world for everybody to see a 27-year-old intellectually cornering to the point where you said that you're dumb because of your own inherent race.
No, I said because I'm black and slow.
Self-deprecating you sound? Do you know how self-deprecating you sound?
Amante.
I'm black and there's nothing about me that's slow. I am all the way
right. You're very smart.
Right up the part.
I can tell you.
Absolutely, I am.
You're so smart.
And you're not.
You're so smart that even Jesus can't deal with you. But let me ask.
Oh, no. No. Me and God got a great relationship.
Hold on. Let me ask. We have given you people the fallen Messiah, Barack Obama. We're giving you Big Mama Michelle. We allowed Kamala Harris to pretend like she's ready to be president. We've given you all type of so-called black females and others in government.
Let's start with the census.
Hold on.
Can we just start with
allow you people to... Hold on, Amante.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm going to listen all the way through.
And let
you make a fool of yourself.
If you don't listen, I'm going to let you go because I can't wait. There are so many people waiting. Well, be quiet.
Okay.
We even allow you, we let you out of prisons without bail. You don't have to have bail bond. You said that blacks were in prisons and the Black Panther and whatever the people were trying to help them. We didn't make you do the crime. We used to put you in jail, but we didn't make you do the crime. You blame the whites for you doing
provided
the crime.
conditions. You provided the conditions that agitated us to the point where we felt like we had to commit those crimes.
And what was wrong with you?
You didn't make us personally commit the crimes, but the society provided the conditions that make human go to that point.
Monte.
Yes.
We have given you all type of. We gave you Maxine Waters out of L.A.
You see, I still have an issue with this. We've given you. Do you hear the pretentiousness in the we've given you?
What's wrong
Do you
with
understand
that? We have done that.
You're already suggesting.
We even giving you DEI.
You're suggesting that's already suggesting that I'm a second-class citizen just by simply saying we've given you. We don't need you to give us anything. How about you stop taking away what we have?
If you don't need us to give you anything, why are you to continue? So why are you still begging then if you don't need anything?
We're begging because we haven't been given a proper chance to rehabilitate ourselves due to the conspiring of the government, the constant conspiring.
What do you want us to do? Tell me what we can do to help y'all, okay? What can we do to help you people?
Stop sabotaging our community. Stop letting the CIA incentivize things like the crack era and letting it destroy our communities for the sake of funding a war. Whenever we have a political leader that is speaking accurately for us, tell the government to stop conspiring to murder them in cold blood so we can properly rehabilitate ourselves from our circumstances, and then maybe we won't have to deal with some of the ignorance that we see from black people. But until the government allows us to properly rehabilitate ourselves, you're going to see the same patterns happening. And it's because of people like you.
So you're going to continue to beg and blame.
Oh no begging coming from me, sir. I just want to change. I don't want to have war waged on me. I don't want to have war waged on me by the people who sworn to protect me.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that?
Murder, blood has been shed.
Hey, hold on.
Blood has been shed.
Hold on.
And you're saying I'm blaming. Blood has been shed.
Thank you, Monty.
Innocent blood.
Okay. Thank you, buddy. Whew. It's in the blood. It's in the blood. It's just sad that he's 28, 29 or something, he said, and he got that slavery mentality in 2024. Isn't that like sad? And we've given them, we gave them affirmative action. We've given them, we even gave them DEI, and now the country's falling apart because they're not qualified, but we've given them DEI, and they're still not satisfied. That young man at the age of 29 have no business. Really, there's never a reason to complain. But he has no business saying what he just said. He's living something that never happened. He's living in the past. He's living based on the brainwashing that he's been told by other blacks and white liberals. And he's begging and blaming. Catch yourself when you're about to blame.
Oh, that guy was going nuts. Jesus. That motherfucker was losing it. Oh, God.
The Pope.
Like he was on drugs or something. Oh, them dumb bitches going up in that ship. What the fuck was that? Oh, God.
One last quick thing for now. I hear that I thought it was like a commercial or maybe a movie or something that was in the making. Evidently, from CBS News, they're sending some women to outer space somewhere. I don't know if this is real or not. I think it's a joke. I'm pretty sure it's a joke because it has no meaning. It's either an advanced advertisement for a movie or a joke like the statue there in San Francisco. I'm not sure which one it is, but I don't believe it's real. But I want to show it to you anyway. It's Female Monday. They apparently said they were sending women into outer space. That's me, I think. What are they going to do up there? Talk about their monthly cycles? How to make that work? I don't know. I'm just wondering. But I think it's a joke. Did you see about this, Nick?
I did.
Is it a joke or is it real?
I don't think it's a joke.
Well, what's the purpose?
So you gotta have an all-female crew in space. You just gotta.
Why?
Except it's not an all-female crew. I think, isn't it? So it's 6 females.
It's in a makeup
and it might just
advertisement
be
or
it,
something?
actually. Yeah.
Or is it a Bible study class? A female Bible study class?
In space. Keep it up there. You can have it in space.
This is from CBS. Gail King, Lauren Sanchez, and 4 of the women will blast off into space Monday for 11 minutes trip into space. Watch this from CBS News.
Tomorrow, CBS Mornings co-host Gail King will be making history, traveling in an all-woman crew into space. Mark Strassman has a preview.
In Blue Origin's training capsule, CBS's Gail King got a sense of tomorrow's thrill ride, a trip 62 miles straight up to the edge of space.
And I realize this is so much bigger than just a fun trip. What it represents to young women, to girls, what they're trying to do on space in terms of, looking at the planet in another way.
Space tourism, civilian astronauts took off 4 years ago. 3 space companies, Blue Origin, Virgin Galactic, and SpaceX, have rocketed more than 120 people into space, including billionaire Jeff Bezos, Blue Origin's founder, in 2021.
Did this moment motivate you to push deeper into the cosmos?
Hell yes. We have to build a road to space. This suborbital tourism issue is about practicing.
What are we doing? We're going to space. Are we going to space?
Bezos' fiancee, Lauren Sanchez, put together Monday's all-female crew. 6 accomplished women, including King, pop star Katy Perry, 2 scientists, and a filmmaker. Their 11-minute round-trip adventure will include roughly 3 minutes of weightlessness, floating in the capsule, looking out a window onto the world below.
Y'all can leave. Is it a joke?
No, I'm somewhat familiar now. See, it's not like the actual, like you go out to space, you put out the space, like they're going to the edge of the atmosphere. And so it is cool. Like you're going pretty darn far, like really far. But you just kind of go up. It's what's it called? You just kind of go up and you come back down.
Oh, it's like being at Magic Mountain and getting on one of those tall rides, and you go up and come back down like that.
More like that, but way more expensive, and could be a lot more dangerous. But some rich people did this trip on Blue Origin. I forget who it was, but they didn't give it this like air of importance and like we're doing something so important.
Jeff Bezos girl are making him do this.
I'm thinking it's a little bit of a vanity project.
Yeah, is it? It may be a joke. Leave Gail King up there, by the way. Gail King, whatever her name is.
Yeah, the people they picked.
Yeah, it's horrible. But I think it's a joke.
And they are promoting the space tourism thing too.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I bet you what is happening, and I'm saving my money so I can be on one of those spaceships and go up there buy some land. I believe. But they shouldn't be taking some blacks on the ship with them. James Freed, you try to find another place to live, white people. You can't be letting the black people know. What the? Wait until you get there, establish the land, and then you sell it all, and then you have control. So I'm gonna buy me some land up there in space before the white people make it too expensive. And then, because I ain't gonna stay here if the white people ain't gonna. I think that's what they're secretly doing. Figuring out a way how to go live somewhere else. And so this thing about sending these women up there, it's just getting the attention that there's some land out there.
The white people leaving. I'm leaving.
So, before I go back to the phone, I want to show you a situation that's the darndest situation I've ever seen in all my bone days. This is dumb. It's not. This is a side of psychopath. This is a side of delusion. This is a side of pure insanity, and it makes no sense. Really. You got to be out of your mind to think and react this way. You got to be totally crazy. Grandpa tell me about the good old days. I have never seen anything so nutty, and I've seen some nutty things, but I've never seen anything so silly as this right here. Really, what I'm about to show you. So some of you know a couple women went down to Magic Mountain, and they got on the tallest ride at Magic Mountain. They have these rides. I haven't gone there in a long time, but they used when I was there. They had this ride. It would take you way up in the air in the sky, and you're like going up really slow and going up, and then it just drop, and you're back on Earth. These females took a Magic Mountain ride. That's all it was. It was just a quick Magic Mountain ride. They let them in front of the line. And they went up on this ride, and they came back down at the blinking of an eye, and you would think that they saw God. They act like they saw God. They went so far up, and they were gone for so long. They saw God at Magic Mountain, and their reaction to it is pure evil and insane. This is why women need men to be right, for those who are lost and not really looking for God themselves. But these women are sick. This is mental illness. They need to open up the crazy house and let these women in real fast. Watch out if you see them coming, because I want to show you, really, this is delusional. I can't even find a better word. This is pure delusional. This is insane. This is crazy. So Katy Perry and a couple other females went up in they didn't even go past the cloud, I don't think. At least Magic Mountain ride takes you a little bit above the cloud. And they went up in a ship and came back so fast we didn't know they were gone. But listen to them. They saw God and they're of love now. They're on cloud 9. This is from X. Katy Perry, who was one of the females that went up, Katy Perry says her short trip to space made her connect to her divine feminine. What was she like before she went up there? If she messed up like this now. Here's what Katy Perry realized during her trip up in space. Watch this from X.
It is the highest high, and it is surrender to the unknown, trust, and this whole journey is not just about going to space. It's the training, it's the team, it's the whole thing. I couldn't recommend this experience more. This is like up there with all the, different tools that I've learned in my life, from meditation to the Hoffman process. This is up there because what you're doing is you're like really finding the love for yourself, because you got to trust in yourself on this journey. And then you're feeling the love when you come down, for sure. And you're feeling that strength. So I feel really connected to that strong, divine feminine right now.
What is she talking about? Really? I need a joint to understand what she's talking about. Everything she said is dumb, and it made no sense at all. 0 sense. Who is Katy Perry? What's one of her songs? What?
I can't remember. How's Fireworks go again? Fireworks in the sky. Right?
That's not helping.
Okay.
Your singing not well.
Oh, okay, my bad.
But I sing. Let me hear. High the tiger. There,
that's the one. You know that one.
How that goes?
You had it better than me just now.
How? Don't be shy.
The tiger.
Well, she need to go back into the eyes of the tiger. Cause she lost her mind.
Oh, cause you're hot, then you're cold. There you go. Bada bing. You're in, then you're out.
You're up, then you're down. Okay. Katy Perry has lost her total mind. Somebody better lock this girl up before it's too late. Really. Cause what she said about this little ride at Magic Mountain is dumb. She got all that from a 3-minute ride. I don't even know if it lasted that long. And she got feminism divine now. What is that? If ever we needed you, Lord, we need you now. This is Katy Perry and all those little females that went up on the ride. It wasn't nothing. Come on now. She also said she hoped the world can learn a lesson on unity, and that you can never truly know how loved you are until the day you launch. Watch this.
I hope they can see the unity that we modeled and replicate that, and understand that we weren't just taking up space, we were making space for the future. For me, like Gail said, this wasn't a ride, it wasn't a destination, it was a journey, and it was a supernatural one. And my journey has always been about love and belonging. And I think that we have all felt that sometimes we weren't worthy or we didn't belong, and in certain ways, no matter all the accolades, no matter all the studying, no matter anything. And I think today we all said it, like, we belong here. I think that you'll never know the amount of love that you have inside of you to give and to receive until the day you launch, because you're leaving all the love behind and you're surrendering and you're hoping that you get another chance to love them again. And so when you come back down, you're like, oh, I get another chance and I'm going to do it.
Oh my God, now I'm crying. Okay.
Yeah. And so you want women in charge, right? So did they go up on PCP or something? Did they take some acid before they went up? That sounds like an acid trip. I remember once I was at a party and somebody said, hey, Jesse, you want some window pane? I didn't know what window pane was, but I'm at the party. And they gave me a little window pane that was on a little thin piece of paper. And you put it on your tongue and melt. It melts on your tongue, and you feel like you go up in a rocket, and you feel all love. You feel like it's just love. Everything's fine. But then after a while, you start seeing the rocks and things move like snakes and frogs, fake rocks in the grass there. It was a trip. That sounds like what Katy Perry, these women took. Well, they all acid. Come on, be honest. That sounds like an acid trip. Really. I think that was an acid trip. Somebody need to ask Gail and Kate and whomever else went with them. Well, y'all on acid trip, be honest, because that sounds like an acid trip. Ain't no way in the world they took a 3-minute ride right up there and come back and all that. They on cloud 9. Somebody need to shake these women. They're having a delusion. They're having a nightmare. I don't even understand what she's talking about. It doesn't even make sense. And Lord, poor Gail, Oprah friend. That's Oprah friend, Gail. Poor Gail. What Gail doing up in the hey, she kind of old. I think if you're old, you go up on a trip, your blood pressure go up or down. What Gail doing up there? Poor Gail. Gail, Oprah friend. This is from X. Gail King lashed out at critics calling her spaceship a ride. It was a ride, Gail. Come on. Just say, that's a nice ride. It was fun. She lashed out at people calling her trip a ride, comparing herself to an astronaut, Alan Shepard, and suggesting misogynist and behind the term. Watch this from X.
Please don't call it a ride. That is not a friggin' ride. Whenever a man goes up,
it was a ride.
You have never said to an astronaut, boy, what a ride. We duplicated the same trajectory that Alan Shepard did back in the day, pretty much. No one called that a ride. It was called a flight. It was called a journey, because a ride implies that it's something frivolous or something that's lighthearted. There was nothing frivolous about what we did.
Yes, it was.
And the machine that we were on, and what it took for the people to get that machine up and running, to get us up and get us back down safely. So, I'm very disappointed and very saddened by it. And I also say this. What it's doing to inspire other women and young girls, please don't ignore that. I've had so many women and young girls reach out to me, and men too, by the way, that say, wow, I never thought I could do that, but I see you doing it at this stage of my life. Who would have thunk it? Not me. And how inspired they are.
So they didn't know they could go to Magic Mountain? What the? Yeah. I know a spaceship when it goes up, and I know a ride. That was a ride, Gail. And you can dilute yourself as much as you want. But that was a ride, Gail. And you can give all the respect to the roller coaster engineer as much as you want. The roller coaster engineer got to know what they're doing in case you get stuck up there, right? So, right on, roller coaster engineer. But, Gail, that was a ride. You didn't go to space. You didn't see Jesus, and that was a ride. And those other girls that told you they want to do it too, all they're saying to you, Gail, they want to go up on the roller coaster too. It look exciting. Poor Gail. Isn't she too old to be going up there anyway? Or she have a heart attack or something? That wasn't an Elon Musk ride, Gail. That was a ride, Gail. Nothing more, nothing less. You went to Magic Mountain and thought you was in outer space. You saw 75-year-old women going up to Magic Mountain? Nick, are you typing me that? Tell
Yeah.
Me what?
I saw some older lady going up
Some
on
old
Magic
lady.
Mountain. Some older woman.
I didn't know Gail was 75.
No, not Gail. I don't know how old Gail is personally.
Oh, this is some other.
Correct.
Some other 75-year-old woman at Magic Mountain.
Something around that age. Yeah, it was something like up there.
Here's a comparison of the trajectory of the SpaceX Falcon 9 booster. That's Elon Musk. Returning to Earth, and the trajectory of the Blue Origin New Shepard. Watch this.
Yeah, you see here on the left, the little trajectory is the Blue Origin, the Magic Mountain.
That's what Taylor Perry and this woman was on.
Correct.
Gail.
Correct. If you see that dotted line, it indicates the Kármán line, which is what they say is the boundary of space, where space begins and our atmosphere ends, about 100 kilometers away from the ground. And they get right up to the edge of that. The SpaceX Falcon, however, on the other hand, has a much more complicated trajectory. You can see it goes up. It splits into another part that goes up higher, and then the booster loops back and lands.
That's Elon.
Correct.
I rest my case. Right on. No, poor Gail. And this Taylor Perry, what her trip? If ever we needed you, Lord, we need you now. Tell Gail and Taylor Perry, Tyler Perry, whatever her name is. What's her name? Katy Perry. Tell them they went on a ride. It was a quick Magic Mountain trip. All right? Just so they can come back to reality.